Okay, so you watch the show. Now it's time to level up. Hit that join button and get the VIP treatment. Early access, behind the scenes, and even shout-outs on the spot. Get in the mix with the real ones, breeders, fans, and all the dog lovers. Join the fam, be a part of something bigger. Starting at just $1, you get access to the best content we got. And that's not all. Members get 10% off all merch and gear. Plus, you're on the priority list for getting your next pup. You're in the loop. To join, just click the join button below this video. Pick your tier and boom, you're part of the squad.
Hey, what's happening?
What's good? What's good?
Man,
Dickie in the building. What's good?
Hey, Casino.
Hey, Casino.
Lil J.
Big C. They in here.
Dre, what's going down, man?
Hold up. I'm on my Texas shit today. Hold up. Man, hold up. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been rocking with Texas without, even before, like, you know, when y'all had y'all, because every state or every little city or whatever interstate, however you want to look at it, had they run, right? Before Texas had they run, when they was just running the fucking game, music game, I've been on Texas. Nigga, I was listening to artists motherfuckers ain't even never heard of and shit out of Texas. You even put me on some motherfuckers I still ain't never. I'm like, hey, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, man. One thing I can say, especially about Houston, I see you, Dre.
Each time.
You say one thing about Houston, one thing about Dallas is those cities, man. They all have so like a plethora of artists, man. That man, it's just so much talent. The state is so big, man. Just off of Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and you know, what you call it, New Mexico, man. Just that pool right there. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Never gotta leave, man. You don't have to hear about them, and they still successful. So a lot of things that happen down here in Texas, man, kind of stay down here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I noticed this by me physically going to. I went down to visit Shogun, you know, a few years back. I got a crazy story about that too, but that's for another day. But Texas big, man. San Antonio big, man.
Small. It's not small, man.
It's big, and like we drove. I drove down to what's the beach? Corpus Christi. Went to the beach, beautiful beach. I like Texas, man. Like, honestly, I told you this before. I was thinking about moving down there. You know, that was
man.
You know, I fuck with Texas.
Yeah, man.
Fuck with the energy of people. You know, Texas cool.
Yeah, man.
Lone Wolf, what's good?
Hey, what's happening?
Kendra, we got brother. Is that little brother?
Oh, Kendrick. No,
that's wifey. That's wifey.
Yeah, that's her maiden name and my maiden name. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but Kendrick kind of seems like a first name too. So yeah, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was one you got them damn brothers. Many of y'all. I was like, hold up.
Nah, man.
I seen McFarland. I was like, hold up, which one is it?
Nah. Yeah, man.
Little big.
Yeah, man. If I had my oldest brother come on here, man, it surprised a lot of people, man. You know, I'm West Indian, if y'all don't know, man. But my pops and you know my oldest brother and a lot of my family members, they straight out the islands, man. Heavy accent, you know, you know. Yeah, me, I'm a little different. Grew up military brat. Man, on my mother's side, you know, they from Texas, man. You know, old country, Palestine, East Texas. Migrated to Houston in the 60s, you know. But yeah, man, moving a little forward, man, we gonna we're gonna dive into the subject of the day, man. So y'all, we going out to the field, man. We stepping out to the field today, man. We're gonna sit out there and watch the boys play. We're gonna kick it in the field, man, you know, in the bleachers, man. So y'all go ahead, get your drinks, go ahead, get your little hot dogs and all of that, man, cause we gonna kick it, man. And today we're gonna talk about laying plans, man. And the source of today's subject is coming from the book The Art of War. And the first chapter of The Art of War, or the author of The Art of War, is a person by the name of Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu, let me see, when was Sun Tzu around? They say, let me see, man, because Sun Tzu was
15, 14 diamonds. 14 for 15 diamonds.
Nah, traditional accounts according to the Han Dynasty historian Sima Quan, 145 through 135, 86 BC. Sun Tzu was a military general and strategist who served King He-Lu of the state of Wu during the spring of autumn period 771 and through 476 BC of ancient China. He is said to have lived approximately from 544 to 496 BC. So this is written a nice little bit ago, and it's still famous today. It's still used today all across the world by militaries. It's used by universities. If I'm correct, I think they have a military school called West Point. And at West Point, this is part of their curriculum. You literally have to study the book, The Art of War, to successfully graduate from West Point, if I'm correct. But yeah, so I like to dive into that a little bit. Do you know anything about The Art of War?
Yeah, I definitely know a little more about it. I read it. I read it early. I forgot how many chapters I got in. Still got. I'm gonna get around to it very soon. Very soon. It is a good book. Somebody put me onto it. He actually the first person to ever put me onto the book. He sold books. Dang, I can't even give him a shout out. I forgot the name of his. He actually has a store now, but actual bookstore. But he started out at that wasn't at Patapsco. That was in DC. Florida Avenue. If you know, you know. Florida Avenue. That's Florida Avenue. Yeah.
I think I heard
Avenue,
it.
Flea market.
Yeah.
He up there selling books and shit. And
I'm not even there. I think I've heard of that in a couple of songs or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you probably heard every like Florida Avenue with E Street. What else around there? Probably some hoods is around there, but yeah, Florida Avenue market legendary, man. They shut it down. It ain't a market no more. It's gentrified now. But
yeah,
he put me on to a good book. Great read, y'all. Great read. That's one on the list. That's definitely going on the list.
Yeah. So some key themes in this book that, you know, generally what the book is about is preparation and planning. You know, victory is determined before the battle begins. Deception. All warfare is based on deception. Knowing yourself and knowing your enemy is crucial for predicting outcomes. Speed and flexibility, adapted to changing circumstances. Avoiding prolonged conflict. War is costly. Swift victory is best. And this book was written about war, but just like I said prior to, this book is used for self-betterment, business, a whole bunch of things that can help you navigate through life and understand yourself and understand the difficulties and hurdles that you need to go about and how to address, and certain ways to go about how to address it. A lot of strategies, a lot of these things that we look at, it's not for everybody. Everybody has their own way and their own path or how they see or perceive life and their direction in which they go. But this is one that has universally been used since before Christ. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to have some weight, to it. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna read the first chapter, which isn't long. It's about 3 pages, and the first chapter is to me, if not to the heaviest chapter in the book. And let's dive into it, and so y'all can see why. All right. Chapter 1, laying plans. Sun Tzu said the art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence, it is a subject of inquiry, which can on no account be neglected. The art of war then is governed by 5 constant factors to be taken into account in one's deliberations when seeking to determine the conditions obtaining in the field. These are moral law, heaven, earth, commander, method, and discipline. Moral law. Moral law causes people to be in complete accord with their ruler so that they will follow him regardless of their lives, undismayed by any danger. Heaven. Heaven signifies night and day, cold and heat, times and seasons. Earth. Earth compromises distance, great and small, danger and security, open ground and narrow passes, the chances of life and death. The commander stands for virtues of wisdom, sincerity, benevolence, courage, and strictness. By method and discipline are to be understood the marshaling of the army in its proper subdivisions, the graduations of rank among the officers, the maintenance of roads by which supplies may reach the army, and the control of the army expenditure. These 5 heads should be familiar to every general. He who knows them will be victorious. He who knows them not will fail. Therefore, in your deliberations, when seeking to determine the military conditions, let them be made the basis of a comparison in this wise. Which of the 2 sovereigns is imbued with the moral law? Which of the 2 generals has the most ability? With whom lie advantages derived from heaven and earth? On which side is discipline most rigorously enforced? Which army is stronger? On which side are officers and men more highly trained? In which army is there the greater consistency both in reward and punishment? By means of these 7 considerations, I can forecast victory or defeat. The general that hearkens to my counsel and acts upon it will conquer. Let such a one be retained in command. The general that hearkens not to my counsel nor acts upon it will suffer defeat. Let such a one be dismissed. I want to stop there, and because what I just read is, man, it's so heavy, and we're gonna get back to it in a few. But I want to talk about man, I want to talk about those 5 constant factors. That is your moral law, your heaven, your earth, the commander, method, and discipline. Moral law causes people to be in complete accord with their ruler so that they will follow him regardless of their lives, undismayed by any danger. So let's talk about moral law. Mr. CEO, what do you say about moral law?
And morals. That's what moral law comes from. Moral morality. It's very important as a man that you keep the law. You know, niggas used to say, young niggas said it back in the day. Oh, that's law. You know, it was most of like street code, but it's the same principles. You know what I'm saying? We call it different things, but it's basically just moral principles. You know what I'm saying? And those principles come from the law. You got to keep the law, right? Because that's the contract, and that's how we're able to deal with each other as men through moral law. I know that Big A is gonna keep his word. Why? Because his word is his bond. You see what I'm saying? What is his word? The law. The law that he lives by, that he uses, and it's nothing more than a means of self-governance. That's all it is. You know, morality, moral law is just self-governance, and my definition of how I look at it and how I apply it to my life.
Okay, so it says moral law causes people to be in complete accord with their ruler so that they will follow him regardless of their lives, undismayed by any danger. So let me give you a good scenario and lay this out for you real quick. We're gonna take it to the street. Hey bro, I got a lick. We can hit this lick and get paid. You know what I'm saying? If I were to tell you that the end goal is money, right? You know what I'm saying? So let's add 5-6 people to the equation, and we all fixing to go on this lick. No matter what the lick is, our ultimate goal is money. So at the end of the day, our moral law is based around the money. Now let's talk about money. If our moral law is based about money, where is the loyalty in that? So if we approach the situation and all of us are in it for the money, we all have our own direction, use for it, or our own ambitions, our own greed, our own whatever it is for it. And what's that saying that they got? There is no honor amongst thieves. So if that's our moral law, we not standing for anything. And let's fast forward, let's talk religion. And I'm not going deep into religion, man, because you know that's a real sensitive subject. But I can't go past moral law without talking about religion, because a lot of us our moral law is based in religion. So let's just say we talking crusades, right? Which is far-fetched, you know, everybody's, you know, however you feel about it, you feel about it. But you had 2 different religions going to war from all across the world at the known world at that given time that were of those 2 religions. And you didn't even have to be of those 2 religions, because it was a whole bunch of mercenaries that were hired also. We're coming from different countries. It's a whole bunch of people coming from different countries that are Christian. You have people that are coming from different countries that are Muslim, right? Never met each other, never talked to each other, but yet they're going to go lay their life down behind what? Their moral law. And what does moral law do? It causes people to be in complete accord with their ruler so that they will follow him regardless of their lives, undismayed by any danger. There's plenty of people that are lay they life down for funds. You know, this is a fact. But I mean, if you were to put money on the line versus somebody who's highly spiritual and religiously driven, what moral law outranks the other as far as belief? As far as, you know, how far are you willing to go? How can me and you be on the same accord, Mr. CEO, if you from Asia and I'm from America? We never met each other or anything.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those are two different examples that are extreme and extreme. But let's go to, you know, the middle. We could talk business, we could talk friendship, we could talk relationship. Where is y'all moral law? These are the things that make us or break us when it comes to relationships, when it comes to, you know, building, when it comes to, you know, linking up with boys on any kind of business strategy, even having your own business strategy. What is your moral law? Is your moral law strong enough that, you know, you willing to lay your life down for what you believe in? Is, you know, is your moral law strong enough or universal enough that somebody else has that same moral law and y'all can link up and make something happen? And you know, irregardless to emotions, feelings, and everything, because the goal is the same. They have a thing that say, what is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Because right. The goal is the same. Right. We have the same goal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if we have the same goal, what is the weight of that goal? You know what I'm saying? What is it? You know, these are the things that matter when it comes down to moral law. We a dog community. A lot of us wouldn't know of each other, don't care, whatever the case may be, if our moral law wasn't based around these dogs. That's the one thing over here that, you know, we all can agree on. You know what I'm saying? We might disagree with the subjects within the dogs and the whole nine, but over here in the general community, our moral law is based around these dogs. So, you know what I'm saying? It's certain things like that that make things more of a mission, a life's mission, a need, a want. You know what I'm saying? It's your moral law. This is the base for success. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't believe in what you're doing, if you know what I'm saying, if you just wanted this because this person had that, or whatever the case may be, your moral law ain't strong to begin with. You know, so you can get halfway into it or whatever the case may be and fail. Another example is boxers. You know what I'm saying? We going into a fight. I'm a boxer, you a boxer. Right? You in it for the money, right? And you know what I'm saying? You square business about the money. All, you know what I'm saying? And you Mayweather like about the money. Me, I'm more I'm like Buster Douglas. You know, the situation with Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson. You know, if you know that fight, man, that was a good fight. Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson beat his
yeah.
Yeah. But see, the difference was the moral law. Mike Tyson into it, you know, at that point in time, Mike Tyson was, you know, at his peak. At that point in time, you know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson was winning the card off the bat, like 4 Extra say. You know what I'm saying? Off the bat. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Riddick Bowe. I mean, I say Riddick Bowe. Buster Douglas. Mother had passed. The week before he gave his mother his word he was gonna beat Mike Tyson. His word. He was coming from a different place.
On her deathbed, though. Leave that part out. On
her deathbed. And, that type of stuff was something that drove him. He became somewhat of a green-eyed monster within that. He had it was an energy, a motivation, a drive that was like none other. So, with that being said, who do you think trained harder? Who do you think has something on their heart and on their mind? And this is another thing, man. This is another thing. That's why, not to get too sidetracked, that's why you never kick a man when he down. You never kick a man when he down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you go follow, go see the press conferences and all of that, Mike Tyson was going in on him and about, and he made it his mission. He went to sleep thinking about Tyson. Woke up thinking about Tyson. You know what I'm saying? It was his day-to-day. I mean, you know what I'm saying? All the same time, this is on his plate. Mike Tyson at the point where he's at the peak, he's more relaxed. You the champ. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the whole nine. So these things matter. Before I move on, you know what I'm saying? You got anything about moral law?
Nah. Keep it moving. I'm staying with the flow.
Yeah. Already, man. So next one is heaven. Heaven signifies night and day, cold and heat, times and seasons. Okay. You want to talk about that, Mr. CEO?
Man, sure you said heaven.
Heaven. And it's not heaven as in I'll read it. Heaven signifies night and day, cold and heat, times and seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
heaven, man. I say this all the time. You got to go through hell to get to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Heaven is a mindset. It's a state of mind. It's not a physical place that you go when you die. You go to the upper room with Jesus. No, that's not what heaven is. It's a mind state. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's a level of consciousness, a state of being. Right. That's where peace lies in heaven. And you can live in heaven or you can live in hell. Mm-hmm. It's up to you.
Yeah, man. So heaven, it signifies night and day, cold and heat, times and seasons. Times and seasons. So times and seasons are. You ever heard you could be going through a season in your life,
right?
Those are, it signifies something of that sort, to the point to where you're paying attention to where are you at in your life, your mentals, where are you at mentally, how you know what I'm saying, the level of your capacity, what do what small battles do you already have going on at the time? What season are you in? And it, it's breaking down the because the chapter is about laying down plans. So when you say these things, you're thinking about it from a looking at a map per se, or looking at a field. If you had a field laid before you and you could see the weather, you could see, the whole, everything about the field. And then you start laying down plans from that perspective. So, you go through your moral law. What are we fighting for? What is the purpose of it? Do I have, you know what I'm saying? Is my moral law strong enough that the people will be behind me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's from like if you know, and this goes to a personal, this doesn't have to do with like you having to have like you a leader and you having people follow you. This is, this is something that you can do self-reflect. Heaven, where are you at in life? You know what I'm saying? What are the, what is the weather on the field? What certain, what are the ailments? What obstacles are you dealing with? Where are you at? You know what I'm saying? Personally, and the actual objective. What are the weather, the circumstances, within that. Yeah. Then you got Earth. Earth compromises distance, great and small, danger and security, open ground and narrow passes, the chances of life and death. So when you start laying out these plans, you got your moral law. You're willing to go whatever distance you need to go for the moral law. You've already looked at your heaven, the circumstances that the weather elements, so to speak, but not necessarily the weather. You're looking at the forecast of the deal. Now we got to measure out the risk. You know what I'm saying? We have to measure out the risk. What is the risk involved? You will, you know what I'm saying? Laying it down and going the distance is already easy, man. It's already, you know what I'm saying? You've already laid that down. But now let's talk about, how far do you have to go to get this goal? What do you have to go through to get this goal? And it says whether it's great or small. So when it comes to accomplishing these goals, putting yourself out there to go handle it, you don't start with huge steps. It starts with inches. But you looking at the inches, and the inches turn to feet turn into to miles or yards, and then you got the miles and so on and so forth. What is the danger involved? You know what I'm saying? How, is it gonna be, something that you're gonna have to hone in on one particular subject, or you gonna have to take on multiple subjects? If we were to sit up here and say, hey man, I see 7 figures in my future in this next year. Okay, how? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just the plan.
You know what I'm saying? How you gonna get to 7 figures? Oh well, I'm just gonna go get me a Sprinter truck and a Sprinter van, and I'm about to start doing these deliveries. Okay, well, how you gonna do that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you know? I'm just gonna go get a Sprinter truck. Do you have the money to get a Sprinter truck? Have you looked at the insurance? Do you?
How much does it cost to get the Sprinter truck?
You know what I'm saying? Are you looking into all of this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Are you working on contracts? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you know the laws of what you're getting into?
Man, don't get me started.
That's your Earth. That is your Earth. Yeah. Then we're gonna talk about the Commander. Commander stands for virtues of wisdom, sincerity, benevolence, courage, and strictness. So you've looked into what you got to do. That was your Earth. Now you got your plan, or exactly the work that needs to be done to get from point A to point B. You know it, but knowing and doing are 2 different things. So your Commander is your discipline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your Commander is your sincerity in what you want. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard somebody say, "I know you want it, but you ain't acting like you need it." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That show, how are you? You know what I'm saying? And how hard are you willing to go for what you want, knowing that it's not an easy path, knowing that you've gone through and you've looked at the earth, which is the danger, the you know what I'm saying, the goals great and small to get there. Now you're looking at the commander, so your commander is your virtues and wisdom. And how do you get wisdom on those type of subjects? Or the goal that you're trying to get? I'm asking.
You said, how do you get wisdom on those subjects?
Yeah, it says virtues of wisdom. Well, I mean, wisdom, it comes and goes, man. You don't use it, you lose it. But they're seeking good counsel.
Okay.
Your wisdom is, because wisdom is obtained by experience, wisdom is passed down, so on and so forth. But being a good commander, you always want to have counsel in some form or manner. If it's not for man, it's for books, it's for something, you need counsel. You need, wisdom. But the main thing is now that your commander is your courage, your discipline, yeah, man, and your sincerity in it. You gotta be, you can't just talk, you gotta walk it, man. Yeah. Now let's get to the last one, man. Method and discipline are to be understood: the marshaling of the army in its proper subdivisions and graduations of rank among officers, the maintenance of roads by which supplies may reach the army, and the control of the military expenditure. Method and discipline. So now we gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's where your counsel comes into play. All of that stuff that built you up to there. Now you starting to work on your method and discipline. How are you going to get it done? You know what I'm saying? And have it organized. That's your organization. That's, you know what I'm saying? And you can't be organized if you ain't disciplined. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So you want to talk about method and discipline?
Man, look, method and discipline. That's look, your method is important, but most important is your discipline. Because you can't, the method don't matter if you ain't disciplined enough to stick to it and do it like you're supposed to do it to get it done. All right. So whether that be going to the gym, whether that be getting your ass up on time for work, whether that's whatever it is, it could be, okay, I'm gonna get up for work and I'm gonna set my alarm for 6:30. I ain't gotta be to work till 8, so there's plenty of time to get my ass up, just hit the snooze button a couple times, still get up, wash my ass, do what I need to do to get to work on time. Yeah, that's the method. But if you ain't disciplined enough to actually do this shit, then the method don't fucking matter. So this links into what you just said a few seconds ago about how we'll have the most, extravagant plan. And it's like, motherfucker come to you and this old head shit, because we young. When you young and your imagination, your visions are so big and so broad in your mind that you just, it's like, man, I got to get this out. I got to share this with somebody. You might go to somebody you confide in, OG or whatever, and you share that information with them. The first thing they think about is you. Yeah. And your morals. Yeah. Right? Your moral law. Okay. The man that I know him to be, do I see him being successful in what he just told me? Is it possible? No matter who the man is, it possible? It come with time, wisdom, dealing with people. Yes, I know that anybody's capable of doing any fucking thing they want to do. But does he see it in himself? Yeah. Is he going to be dedicated enough to do what it takes to get the goal accomplished.
Yeah.
Fuck the method. I ain't gonna say fuck. The method is important. It definitely is. But man, if you can't stick to it, hey, good luck. Like man said, taking good luck. Cause I done been there, done that. Like if you're not gonna be, that's why I tell people, if you're not gonna be all in, my brother, do something else. Honestly, do something else. Because if you're not gonna do it, if you're not gonna put your all into it, then what the fuck is the point of doing it?
Yeah.
What's the point? We ain't getting no young and tomorrow ain't promised. Who got time to be wasting on frivolous bullshit? Nah. If you ain't gonna put your all into it, you ain't ready to go to the ends. I might lose my life. Get rich, like 50 said, get rich or die trying. He ain't dead, so guess what? The nigga, he rich. So, and once you get to that mindset, I think as a man, that's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's not dangerous because it just depends on your intent behind it. You know what I'm saying? If you have pure good, intent behind it, then it's dangerous to those that don't have good intent when it comes to you. But that's the mindset you want to be in. We all should want to be in as a man and try to hold on to that, and not lose it, because that's most productive.
Yeah, and I'm gonna speak on it just a little further, but and I'm gonna read it again. It say, by method and discipline are to be understood the marshaling of the army in its proper subdivisions, the graduations of rank among the officers, the maintenance of the roads by which supplies may reach the army, and the control of the military expenditure. So, these are all putting everything in its proper place so you can be successful. If you are a business owner and you have a company and you are hiring people, you want to hire the right people and put them in the right positions to make the company flow better. You know what I'm saying? That is your method and discipline. The maintenance, it goes further into the art of war, which is another chapter, in keeping you, whenever you in down times, whenever you resting, you should be sharpening your swords, because you can't win a battle. You're already cutting yourself to 75% from 100% to 50% from whatever if you got dull tools. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't chop somebody with a dull sword. You can't, you know what I'm saying? So method and discipline is also telling you that you need to consistently not only get better, but maintain what you have. And in order to do that, man, it's a lot of discipline that goes with that, because it's easy to move on to the next thing while forgetting about where you just came from. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't want to go past that without getting a little further into it. But it says, these 5 heads should be familiar to every general. He who knows them will be victorious, and he who knows them not will fail. Let me read these again.
Yeah.
Number 1 is your moral law. Number 2 is heaven. Number 3 is earth. Number 4 is the commander. And number 5 is method and discipline. And for all y'all that don't know where I'm at with it, this is the first chapter called Laying Plans in the Art of War. And man, it's only 3 pages. So, anybody who's kind of and everything that I'm reading, as you can see, these are heavy lines, man. So it's like one line has so much meaning and you can go into so much with it. I'll give you an example. Moral law. I hope everybody's seen the movie Spartans, the 300, right?
Yeah.
Those quotes out of that movie are quotes out of the history books.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying that these quotes were that it is what it is, but they took those quotes directly out of the history books and put it into the movie. I'll read one to you, and we're talking about moral law in this aspect, and moral law causes the people to be in complete accord with their ruler so that they will follow him regardless of their lives undismayed by any danger. And we are talking about the 300. So if y'all watch that movie, do you remember when they sent a messenger to Leonidas in the field? This is when they were in the field, and they were like, lay down your arms, because if you don't, we will send arrows that'll block out the sun. Do you know? Does anybody know what they said? You know what the response was to that was?
He said that we should. What did he say? Oh, the gay shit. He
said, well, then we'll fight in the shade. You understand? And that is that's what I'm trying to explain. That is the power of moral law. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That is the power of moral law. Moral law causes people to be in complete accord with their ruler, so they will follow him regardless of their lives undismayed by any danger. Yep. That is a perfect example of that. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to know what their moral law is, then you would have to dive into that and do your research or whatever the case may be. I know, but it's a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing you like you do me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Look it up.
Page out of your book. You know what I'm saying?
I can't do all the work for you.
Yeah. Take a page out of Welsh book. It's public information. You can go look it up. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Welsh. Salute.
Salute.
Wanna get it, okay? Nah, fool, Welsh, man, for straight up. But you know what I'm saying? But that's a perfect example of moral law. And like I say, man, you can look at, your situation. You can look at the clique that you involved in, your immediate circle. You can look at your family. You can look at your job, or if you have a business, whatever the case may be. What is your moral law? Are the people that are in your circle, is the moral law, are y'all based in the same moral law? It's okay if you're not, but I'm just saying you get further if you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I'll consistently say about our community, as far as the dog community, for most of us, that is our moral law. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boys do whatever they gonna do for their dogs, regardless of whether we whether we the YouTube guys or not. You know what I'm saying? So like being in a circle like this, the emotions flare out, that extra stuff, man. But everybody's still based in the moral law because they keep coming back.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to be here, but you know what I'm saying? They keep coming back in some form or manner. It's the moral law.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And you gotta respect it, man. It's I don't care if you're a real one, you're a sucker. I don't care. You gotta respect it. It's law. Yeah. It's law. Law is law. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It ain't good. It ain't bad. It's how you interpret it, how you use it.
Yeah. So when they first started persecuting the Christians, and they would, they would threaten them with death. Christians wouldn't, and bother them. Then they would give them death. They another one to line up, and so on and so forth. They were like, dang, man, hold on, wait a minute, something ain't right, man. They volunteering, they not budging. What you on? Hold up. Next thing you know, you fast forward a couple of centuries, and they got down because they couldn't move that, so they had to get down. The moral law was strong. You know what I'm saying? The moral law was strong, regardless to how you feel about it. This is facts. They facts. It doesn't make you know what I'm saying. Your moral law doesn't, whatever your moral law is. We're not saying your moral law has to be from a religious base, and it doesn't have to be right or wrong. But I can tell you this: if you're strong in your moral law, you willing to go that distance. Mm-hmm. You willing to go and do what other people aren't willing to do. Mamba, Kobe Bryant, another example.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? His method and discipline was so strong. Because not only that, his earth, he laid out the plan. He knew what you know what I'm saying? His heaven let him know exactly, you know what I'm saying? He knew the circumstances. His earth was him laying out the plans. He knew what he needed to do to get from point A to point B. From the time he hit high school, he started making a list.
Yep.
Making a list and checking it twice. You know what I'm saying? That was his earth. His method and discipline was above and beyond everybody else. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Look at the results.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's plenty of examples and plenty of things that even if you wanted to try to compare tip that, let me go find some good example of somebody in history or somebody that I know who's based strong in moral law. Then let me go find somebody in history or somebody that I personally know that I know that they got, you know what I'm saying, I can look at their heaven. I can see they, you know what I'm saying, they circumstances, the things that they, you know what I'm saying, somebody that you can sincerely look at. Go, you know what I'm saying, find an example of somebody in history or somebody that you know that you can give an example of their earth. Same thing with the commander, and same thing with method and discipline. You'd be surprised, man. They out there, there's plenty of examples. Yeah. And I think a lot of people look past that because you have there and will study or will has these 5 things, locked in. Mm-hmm. That's a bad boy. That's a bad boy. While and he said what did he say? He said these 5 heads should be familiar to every general. He who knows them will be victorious, and he who knows them not will fail. So I don't know, man. Hypothetically speaking, if you got all 5 of these down, and you strong in all of them, and you I mean, who gonna stop you?
Right.
And with all 5 of those down, you should know when you out of your bounds and when you know what I'm saying? Like you have more an advantage, and whatever you're trying to do, business, life, whatever, basically all I'm saying, and pretty much all Sun Tzu is saying is if you don't plan, you fail.
Yep.
Fail to plan to fail. It's that simple.
It's just because it's the journey, man.
It's the process.
It's the process. Because it's like if you don't, but that's crazy in itself. Because how the hell? Okay, I need a new car.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end goal. All right, now what are the steps that I need to take to accomplish that?
Get your finances in order. In order to get your finances in order, You might need to up your job, might need to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. It's a lot of it's a whole bunch of stuff. Only you would know exactly what you need to do. And if you don't, you need to seek the counsel and get the right information so you can assess the situation properly.
Right. And that's the key point right there.
Because I'm saying, okay, you need a car.
Seeking counsel.
You don't know any better. You about to go buy a brand spanking new car, and you ain't got brand spanking new car, but you walk in there, they talk that game, boy. Next thing you know, you paying $1,300 a month.
Mm-hmm. Facts. But that's because you didn't plan.
You didn't, yeah. You didn't take the
time.
Last
time I was in the car shit. Yeah. I was talking to them motherfuckers so crazy. They were trying to give me a job.
Hey man, the car industry is like that though, bro. You'd be surprised, man. That is the one industry that if you got the gift of gab, you can walk in there damn near homeless looking crazy and get a job if you can prove it.
You know, but yeah, it's the process, man. You know,
yeah,
you gotta lay out the plan, man. Lay it out. You lay it out. All right, for instance, you think about, we talking general status. You with the general up on the hill, he got the blueprints, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got the layout. He got the plans. He's laying out the plans on the table, and they standing around, and they strategize, and the art of war. The art of war. There's an art to war. There's an art to everything. You got to lay out the plans. Y'all motherfuckers ain't laying out the plans. I'm guilty of it too. And even when you lay out the plans, are the plans complete?
Yeah. And I know this, your plans should be your outline. It shouldn't be your step for step, tit for tat, because you have to have room to adjust, move accordingly, so to speak.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is a good bill, man, because it's all these things. I know it. To me, it's repetitive because I see the link between everything. You know, we saying the same thing to y'all every damn day. We just using different verbiage.
Yeah,
it's all the same concepts. It's all the same ideologies. It's just presented in a different way. You know, we read different books. We talk about different philosophers and different historians and but at the end of the day, it's all the same shit because we all having the same fucking experience.
Yeah, man.
It's just how do you interpret it?
Yeah. And some people have these skills already. Some people haven't recognized that they go through this process on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
But these things help. They help, man. Especially when like I say, man, when you don't have the right counsel, when you don't have the right direction, man, these are some of these books that I'm diving into are a great place to go to. You in a conflict at your job, or whatever the case may be, there's a few books you could dive into without having to talk to anybody and just have some. It can give you a sense of direction. Shoot, I think it was last Friday you jumped on here. you about to let us have it, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was Friday. Yeah, that was Friday.
But see, that's how it always happens, as far as finding a direction. The more you find the knowledge within the smoke, within the chaos, within all of that, it brings you a sense of calmness in the chaos, because you got direction, you got a navigation system. You know how to navigate through it. That brings some calmness. a lot of times we go into these emotions, we jump into that anger, we jump into all this stuff because it's like it's out of control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, you know, like handling these situations from a perspective where, okay, we got to think first. You know, it makes you, sometimes it, you know, it's hard to do it, but if you can get to that point, and I'm not telling you like I got it, because boy, look here, man, I'm far from it. But you know, it's easy to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to talk about, but but if you can find that, if you have that knowledge of these situations in the chaos, you are a lot calmer than you would be. Because you can handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Man. Mr. CEO, man.
What's good? What's Shogun season? My bad. I thought I was on the planet with the trolling.
Yeah, man. See,
hold on. Who was talking trash about Carolina Dog?
Oh no. Hey man, did old boy he on break or something? He taking a break on the screen? He froze up?
Nah.
Oh, he moving on. Oh, he froze up on mine. Let me get him back. About to say, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, now don't get fired now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I will fire you.
You don't say when you get a job now.
Get replaced quick. You don't want to work no more? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Upload the dude. Get him in here. Ain't that crazy? We about to be uploading employees, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that one corrupted. I'll get it out of here, man. Bring me another one.
Yeah. I was talking good about you last week now. Look, you get comfortable on the job, man. You know?
Yeah, give a compliment this time, see?
Yeah, I don't give out compliments. As soon as I give out compliments, I'm lagging.
They got AI, they got nigga AIs too, so you gotta watch out,
Yeah.
you know.
Nah, they was talking about that, man. Cause you know, this whole AI thing is real, man. It's here. It's not going anywhere. You can look for the laws to change and stuff like that in the future, but for right now, they taking full advantage of it, and they're exploiting cultures. You know what I'm saying? And not just ours, but I'm talking about all cultures, man. And the people that are making them are not of that culture.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's coming from a different place, man. So a lot of stuff that y'all see, especially you doing that death scroll through social media, man, you know, you're gonna start coming across it more often than not. And I don't think it's about our generation. I think it's about my daughter generation and, you know, around that age, man, because they can't decipher between the two.
Right.
You know. Yeah. It is what it is, though, man. Y'all keep your head open for that, man. Keep your third eye open, man. They out there.
Believe nothing that you see and half of what you hear. Man. And it's been like that. That's the crazy thing. I ain't trying to get no conspiracy theory stuff and nothing like that. But a lot of stuff that we've seen, I mean, why wouldn't we think today's, you know, it's you know, stuff out there that's not authentic. You know what I mean? When you know, when you go to the movies, don't you?
Yeah.
They got you crying and getting mad. So I mean, we've been watching theater, you know, our whole life. We just didn't know it.
Hey, speaking of Tiff, hey, should I get into the richest man in Babylon or not, man? Because that one, it's got one chapter in there that I wanted to touch on, and it talks about dealing with money with your family, friends, and people of that liking. Man, it tells you how to handle that, man. You know, that's a heavy chapter, man, because that's one thing that we always have problem with. We, you know, how to handle things, you know, when you get, you know, in those type of situations, man, because those are type of situations that ruin relationships, ruin all types of stuff, man. And if you can handle it correctly, you might, you know, even though even though some of those people don't need to be around, you know, it can definitely help you mitigate or navigate through the BS and still keep your sanity, sleep well at night, and all that extra stuff, man. It's a heavy book, man. Oh, and that's one of the heaviest books I've ever read, bro. And it's only 100 pages. 99 to be exact. 99 pages, bro. The Richest Man in Babylon, man. That is one of the best books I've ever read. Oh, and most of the books that I get, some of them kind of I've heard from word of mouth or whatever, just, you know, check it out and it kind of interests me, I get it. But most of the books I get, I like to study certain successful people, and then I like to dive into them, and I like to see, okay, what books were they reading? I want to read that.
Right. Right.
So most of the books that I read are based off of other people's successes from that book, or that's a cornerstone in a library. You know what I'm saying? I might see 6 or 7 people that I follow or that I, you know, really like or has some type of influence over me or something with, you know, what they got going on. It interests me. Then I'm starting looking at, okay, what are they doing? The majority of them read. So, you know, take that for what it is, man. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, another one that kind of aligns with that one. I meant to mention this. I think it was like last week before last. I can't remember. But the Merchant of Venice. I don't know if you ever read.
No, I've never even heard of it, bro.
Yeah, the Merchant of Venice.
About?
It's a little bit of everything in there, but to give you a background on just basically commerce, right? It's a good read. It's a good read. Yeah. Merchant of Venice.
Yeah, see, so The Richest Man in Babylon, it's just changing your thought process, man. It's not I don't know, it's just changes your thought process, man. It's not telling you necessarily do this, do that to get rich. It's kind of pretty much telling, it's crazy. Because now that I think about it, the book reminds me of the first chapter of The Art of War and laying plans. It's just kind of helping you, you know what I'm saying, along the same exact lines as that, now that I think about it, man. Yeah, man. Been chopping it up for an hour, man. You know, I had to switch my schedule up. So working out early in the morning, man, at 3 a.m. The boy got to get that workout in, man. Boy. You know what I'm saying? 3 a.m., man. That's my time. Ain't nobody time but mine, and you can't get it.
Nope.
Yep.
Built different. You trying to tell y'all.
Yeah, man.
They gonna figure it out eventually, big ass.
Yeah, man. We grinding, man. What's today? I think today is Monday, but every day is Monday, you know. Every day is Monday, man. You know. Yeah, man. Yeah. It is, Lone Wolf. He say reading is one of the easiest ways to pay homage to the ancestors that went through it for trying to do so. Yes, sir, man.
Facts.
Yeah, man. And that's why I'm like, that's where it's at. Yeah. Yep.
They did the work, you know, it's right here for us, you know, and that's, I think, I said that before in one of the lives, how You know, our ancestors, you know, some of our ancestors had to sneak off and risk death for information, for knowledge, you know, and we got it right at our fingertips. We got AI. We are the most. I don't know when in history, in the past century, we've been this just depending on AI and this just lazy. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you can't just hit a button on your phone. You ain't got to hit the button no more.
Yeah. So that whole thing, man. We're in the age of information. This is very, very, very true. A lot of things that would take time to do is done in a matter of seconds. You know, you got all this AI out here and all that stuff, man. You've got audio books, you got everything to make your life easier. But at the same time, it's also handicapping you too. Because we've had this conversation before, and I'm sure we'll come back to it again at some point in time, but you got to go through something to be something. You got to have obstacles laid out before you for you to be great. And all this AI and stuff is taking jobs, is doing all that other stuff, but everything is becoming easier for the human.
Right.
Like, I mean, I bet, you know, you damn near couldn't pay somebody to sit still for 30 minutes and read a book. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And the difference, the way I see it, and this is just my opinion, the information that comes easiest is the hardest information to retain. Because if every time I click a button, all that information appear, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to actually look. I don't have to research. I don't have to do, you know, take my time and cipher through information or study. Then you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
And you could tell me, you could say, like, you know what I'm saying? Old boy who working on the screen, you can tell me, hey, take that sledgehammer and hit this, you know, and hit this, hit this nail or knock this nail in. You just told me to do that, so I'm gonna go do it. But it's certain tactics and certain strategies and certain, you know, ways to go about doing it to make it easier. I'll be sitting there trying to chop a tree down, wasting all my energy doing it the wrong way. But I'm going to chop the tree down eventually if I don't break the axe in the process. But, you know, it's certain strategies and stuff like that. So having, you know, me going to go chop down a tree at day one versus somebody who's a third generation in the game, and he's, I don't know, in his 40s, been chopping trees for 30 something years or 20 something years, man, you know, it'll show. You know what I'm saying? So just having the information and you know, having it given to you at your fingertips can handicap you. You know, we just went through chapter 1 or whatnot. This ain't a chapter to just go over. These are the books. This is a study book. This is a study book. Like, you would literally take that chapter 1, and then you would go throughout history and find references and the whole nine to go with that, or try to apply certain things. Man, that's a form of studying. It locks it in. We talk about it briefly, and then I ask you 2 weeks from now, hey, what are the 5, you know, what are the 5, what you call it? You can't tell me one. You don't use it, you lose.
You lose it,
yeah. Yeah. So let's not make these topics of conversation. Let's make these movements in life, man. Yeah.
Bars. Yeah, good. Shit.
God, dog, boy. Man.
Nah, real shit though, bro. Cause like, it's, man, who else doing this, man? Who else is being this transparent You got other platforms. They talking what we talking, but they not 360 with it. They not coming for. They not showing their vulnerable state and showing their inadequacies. They not showing that they not raw, bro. This look. This is the thing. We all human, right? We all imperfect and trying to be a version of perfection, right?
Yeah.
To whatever that means to you. But within that, you know, you're gonna make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Everybody make mistakes, but we gotta get out this because it's childish to me that you're embarrassed when you fuck up. It's like, bro, I fuck up all the time and I'll be the first one to laugh. Let me bust my ass. You see my big ass rolling in the street,
Yeah.
or some old man shit, and I bust my. I'm gonna start laughing before I even hit the ground.
Shit, I ain't. I'm cussing you out and everybody else around me. What you looking at?
I'm gonna start laughing. You know what I'm saying?
You get your own way. You know
it's like, how the fuck I do that goofy ass shit? You feel me? I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna be mad, but I'm gonna laugh at all because it's like, bro, that was dumb shit. How the fuck I do that dumb ass shit?
I'm cussing you out like you did it. Yeah.
Fuck you, let me fall, folks. You see
Over
me
there,
dripping?
what you looking at? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Keep it moving.
But nah, that used to be me, bro. Just mad at the world, but I realized that being in that mental state and giving off that frequency attracts certain things that just makes the situation worse. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I do my best to try to stay in a positive mind state. Yes, we.
Hard,
all of us, you know what I'm saying? It is hard. It's difficult, especially when you've been through certain things, and it's certain things that you just to yourself, you're like, man, I just refuse to tolerate this shit. And it's like sometimes you have to, you know what I'm saying? In order to get what you need done, or in order to get a goal accomplished, you have to be in an uncomfortable situation. A situation that, you know, in other instances you may not put yourself in, or you know, but it is what it is. You know, it's temporary, and you know, that's what I tell my look, bro. It's temporary, bro. It's temporary.
Man. My homeboy, me and my homeboy. I mean, I'm talking about we've been through a lot, bro. I'm talking about every time we always arguing with each other and everything, man. I could be on the phone with him, and he be talking about. Yeah, man, I'm only on the positive stuff, man. Ain't you know what I'm saying? Ain't dealing with nothing that ain't positive. We get to talking, we go straight. We get to straight argue. We just going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, and that's us though. I mean, like I'm victim of it too. But you know, just trying to put yourself in that right mind state, man, is more than just saying it. You gotta try, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta, man, because I'm talking about like, bro, I think that's probably the hardest thing we talk about right now. Stay positive.
Yep. Because who's doing it? Who's doing it? In mass. Like, who's doing it? You know what I'm saying? Everybody, just spin the block, kill a op, gang, all this goofy ass shit. And it's like, bro, that shit done. That shit done. Yeah, let it die. Y'all know they keep trying to, and it ain't even, I ain't gonna say Lord, I ain't gonna put that on them because they just they pawns.
Yeah.
We keep falling for the BS, man. It's over. Let it go. That gangster shit is dead. You look corny. It's corny now. When I be saying that, I even see it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is you stand with your pants tagging, holding your privates, you know, with the ski mask on. It's 80 degrees outside. You got ski mask and hoodie on.
Well, it really hit different when you see different countries doing the same thing.
Bro.
When you see them boys in Japan and they got they cholos, they got they got the Japanese cholos now.
Yep.
Man, you see them, you be like, wait a minute.
Bro, they got a whole drill music. I think did I say that clip?
Yeah,
drill scene in Japan.
Yeah, they got all of that. But when you see it from the outside looking in, you like, wait a minute, hold up. Wait.
Like, what the fuck what's going on here? But hey, and they'll kill your ass too. They not playing. That's the crazy part.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's, you know, that's the thing about our culture, man. And it's so weird to me because I've been through Europe. I've seen, the Turkish mafia, Russian mafia. Not like, I know them or nothing like that. You just they local. You see, you know what I'm saying? You see these things. And like they doing a lot of the same things that boys do over here. They hustling, they getting it in and the whole nine. But then when you look at the culture, then all of a sudden they take on our culture as the face, as the mascot. You know what I'm saying? Right. It don't matter because they were doing what they were doing before, and our culture has influence on them, but they take that as like the mascot, like the look, which I was already doing what you was doing prior to, but now you have our look, and when you see it, you like, man. So because all it is like, it's like seeing your children try to dress up like you,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
So and then you like, wait a minute, hold up. Yeah, like that.
Boy, go put my shoes back in the closet. You better not get no scuffs on.
Yeah, but I mean, like, not to take nothing from them, like they not about whatever they about, but it's like you see it there, you like, wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah, that's that's definitely a Texas hold up moment right there. That's the perfect phrase. Hold up.
Yeah, man.
The hell is going on here?
Yeah, man. Yeah, but
that's like glizzy. The word glizzy.
Yeah,
that shit started in DC.
Yeah, I knew it started somewhere around there, DC, Philly, one of the two.
The young goofy niggas on some just no homo, no. Oh, he eating the glizzy, he got the Glock glizzy. It started in DC, and that shit just went. I guess that was around the time Chief Keef and them was coming out here, fucking with Trail and all them. So, they picked up a lot of the lingo, took it back to Chicago. Chicago was running the drill music, all that shit was, at that time, it's like, what, 2012, 13, 14, that. So they, and it just went around the world. I said, damn, people don't need, I be hearing motherfuckers from a whole nother states, you got the glizzy, he eating the glizzy. I'm like, what the fuck they know about a glizzy?
Yeah.
Then Shy Glizzy, he, but that's some DC shit. But I just thought that was ironic. Like,
yeah, man.
How something, around here just go globally. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all kicking it with us today, man. In the building.
What's going on here?
Yeah, man. Hey, and anybody looking for those graphics and all that stuff, man, get your what you call it, your logo or whatnot in motion and all that, man. You need to holler at Mr. CEO. Not only that, man, he can get you some background beats. He can if you need an intro, he can put that together for you. I'm talking about the song, the music, everything, man. And he can make some shirts for you, and he can point you in the right direction for some other things, So, and I'm talking about legit, everything legit. I'm talking about business now.
Everything don't back my line on. I'm a square ass nigga. I don't participate in no illegal activities.
Yeah, when I say other things, I'm talking about from a business perspective, helping you get where you need to be, man. Yeah.
Don't call me, man. I got these. No, I know you don't. You ain't got nothing on my phone talking that shit. Your agent.
Mm-hmm.
Get out my phone, Agent Smith.
Yeah. Look at Drake. Somebody need a couple more graphics. Mm-hmm.
See, family, boy. I tell you, family, man.
Drake gonna make it. You making the graphics this time? You coming with it? We need the graphics. Come on, Drake. Nah, just messing with you, man. Nah, man. Mr. CEO is the way to go, man. You'd have to reach out to him personally. I think you can link up with them via WhatsApp. And hey man, hey, yesterday's prices ain't today prices, but you will definitely, hey man, I'm telling you, he will work with you. You know.
Hit me.
Yeah, man. But where can they find you at, bro?
Man, y'all already know, man. Men at Work, Pimps Over Simps, Acidonia Worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Candy Live Collections, CandyLiveCollections.com. El Loco Morano, that's the music page. Yeah, man. I don't think I'm really done.
Yeah, man.
We working.
And you on YouTube, ain't you?
Yeah. Men at Work on YouTube, Pimps Over Simps on YouTube. And all the platforms.
Man, y'all go check out Men at Work on YouTube, man. He be having some shorts on there for you, boy. That boy be working.
Yeah.
Working. You know what I'm saying?
I'm working right now. My brain, that's what everybody says. There's something wrong with that boy. I'm sitting up here doing the puzzle. I'm talking to your ass.
Yeah, trying to stay sharp, man. Gotta stay sharp, man. That's what I'm saying. That is a natural thing, and it's crazy, bro. Cause you gotta think about when you was a kid, man. I know we about to get out of here, but you gotta think about when you were a kid. When you were focused on something, you was focused on it.
Yeah, locked in.
You was locked in. Now you watching the TV series, playing the game, and you know what I'm saying? At the same time, somebody texting you, call. You know what I'm saying? You multitasking like a mug, man.
Yep.
And ain't paying attention to now one. Ain't none of them getting none of your, you know what I'm saying? Your full attention.
Nah, you right though, because I'm famous for that shit. You think that's
it's everybody, bro. It ain't just you, everybody. Because I'm talking about, like, when you think about it, when you was a kid, you were watching a TV show or something, you was into it. You was just watching that.
Yep. Mother call. You'll hear your mother call you, but you can't snap out that beta. You be that beta, man. You be in zombie mode.
Oh, Mad Doctor say y'all get ready for the Bullet Head show. Dog Man TV sponsor. Hey, tell me about that, Mad Doctor, so we can be there, man. Yeah. When's that coming around, bro? Yeah. We got to be there, man. Yeah. Bullet Head show. Write that down. Cause I forget, man. Yeah, I forget. Bullet Head show. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is a good one, man.
Make sure I go look that up, man. Yeah, man. But man, we got that salute to everybody who participated in this past weekend's events and festivities, man, at that Digital Dog Show, Dog of the Month, Dog of the Quarter, Show of the Quarter, you know, Dog of the Week, you know what I'm saying? All right. Okay, I got you. You said when Nonstop drop it. Watch Bulldog and Bo last night. Yeah, I didn't watch all of it, man. I passed out. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, man. But yeah, appreciate everybody kicking it with us, man. You know, we ain't nothing without y'all, man. And these subjects that we talking about, man, it ain't just for you, it's for me too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to get back on my square, you know. But man, we got that 6:30 in the AM. No decaf, you know. Y'all check that out in the AM. Mr. CEO, do you have anything that you're working on that we can look forward to? Everything is pretty much on schedule as is.
Yeah, we pretty much on schedule. This Friday, I'm gonna go back to the original script Friday.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the chat pretty much run the show. They would ask me any questions. We're gonna do a financial. I ain't done nothing with finances, which I know y'all. We all have our issues when it comes to finance and certain things we might not understand or might not have or need or might need some clarification on. So
some clarification needs to be made on the big beautiful bill, because that's it's gonna damn near affect everybody.
That's what? I'm happy you brought that up.
We should do that on Friday.
Yeah, definitely. So to tap in Friday, that's gonna be a lot.
I'm gonna do some research, man, and see what legitimate information I can get that's not one sided or the other, just the fact. You know what I'm saying? Man.
Talk about that anyway. Damn, I gotta wait all fucking week. Yeah.
Oh no, bro, no, man. You got all week to get a little bit of research. Yeah. It's better to have, man. I don't want to talk around it. I would like to have some, something that I can refer to,
Yeah, I wait. I wait.
Yeah, man.
I'm safe, man. Look, man, be safe. Keep your head on a swivel. You hear me? Mm-hmm. It is dangerous in these streets, man.
Yeah, man.
Watch your ass, make sound decisions, and think with your big head and not your little one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And, what he said. Yeah, man.
Safe, man.
Yeah, man. One of them. I'm saying one of them old. Let me see. I think an old school country saying, man. Let me see. Yeah, don't drink downstream from the herd. How about that?
Beat drop slow, head not flow. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Started with Boogeyman. In the chain, locked in the game, never move for fame. Old mountain lines run deep in the flame. Sock about the fire, Michonne brought the name. Then came Fat Boy, muscle in the frame. Man, hard, put respect on the name. Shotgun smooth, but the work insane. Sugar sweet jit, but a bite ain't tame. Kiki in the back, had a game in the veins. Gatorade heavy, ran it straight through the rain. Red Ninja close, watch him work in the lane. Renegade rider can't hold that chain. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sock it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Ain't no luck, just grit and grind. Every dog here put work in time. Lady Rage got that fire in her eyes. Red alert taught us how to recognize signs. Blood heavy like a 2-ton chain. Everything proven, no need to explain. They asked what's in it, that yellow campaign. Built off real, we don't fake no strain. Second with the flame, Michonne lit the wick. If you know, then you know that line too slick. From the field to the show, every move so thick you can't blueprint this. It's the legacy pick. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Second from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die.